What if your phone could become a full desktop computer just by plugging it in? No cloud, no subscriptions, no Google, just pure Linux in your pocket. That's not science fiction anymore. That is Ubuntu Touch in 2026, and it is about to change everything you thought you knew about smartphones. For years, we've dreamed about it. A phone running real Ubuntu, not some Android fork pretending to be Linux. Not iOS with its walled garden, but actual, honest-to-goodness Ubuntu that you can customize, control, and truly own. That dream. It's no longer a fantasy. It's happening right now, and nobody's talking about it. Ubuntu Touch started as Canonical's ambitious vision before they abandoned it in 2017. Most people thought it was dead, game over, but the UBports community said not today and picked up where Canonical left off. They didn't just keep it alive, they made it better. By 2026, Ubuntu Touch has evolved into something remarkable, something that finally delivers on the promise of a true Linux phone. This isn't just some Linux layer slapped on top of Android. Ubuntu Touch is a fully independent, Linux-based mobile operating system built from the ground up on open source principles. It's powered by the Lemuri interface, which used to be called Unity 8, and it's designed specifically for touch-first devices. Everything feels intentional. Everything feels right. Performance. Let's talk about performance. Devices like the Fairphone 4, Volaphone X23, and PinePhone Pro are now running Ubuntu Touch smoother than ever. The interface is fluid, apps launch faster, animations are buttery, and here's the crazy part. It does all this while using less resources than Android. Your battery lasts longer. Your phone doesn't heat up. It just works efficiently and elegantly. But the real killer feature, the thing that makes Ubuntu Touch absolutely mind-blowing, is convergence. You've heard the term before, right? Companies love to throw it around. Your phone and PC working together, except they never actually deliver. Well, Ubuntu Touch actually delivers. You connect your phone to a monitor, plug in a keyboard and mouse, and boom, full desktop Ubuntu. Not a mobile version, not a watered-down experience. The real desktop operating system running from your phone. Think about what that means. You're on the train, working on a document on your phone. You get Home Docket to your monitor and continue exactly where you left off with a full desktop interface. Multiple windows, desktop apps, everything. One device. To experience this complete freedom. Android can't do this. iOS definitely can't do this. Ubuntu Touch just does it. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Apps. Can Ubuntu Touch replace Android when it comes to apps? Here's the honest truth. You won't find Instagram. You won't find Snapchat. If you're addicted to mainstream social media, this might not be for you. But here's what you will find. Freedom. Ubuntu Touch uses a system called Libertine to run traditional Linux desktop applications alongside native apps from the Open Store. You get Telegram, you get Signal, the Morphe browser for web surfing, open source maps that don't track your every movement, note-taking apps, productivity tools, everything you actually need without the privacy-invading garbage you don't. The entire experience is built around one core principle. Your data belongs to you. Is it perfect? Honestly, no. Some hardware features like cameras or fingerprint sensors still depend on how well manufacturers support open source drivers. Camera quality might not match the latest iPhone. Some sensors might not work perfectly. The app ecosystem can't compete with Android's millions of options. These are real limitations we can't ignore. But here's where it gets exciting. In 2026, the community is actively working with Waydroid, a system that allows Android apps to run inside Ubuntu Touch. Let me repeat that. You can run Android apps inside your Ubuntu environment. WhatsApp works. YouTube works. Banking apps, many of them work. It's like having Android in a secure container while living in Ubuntu freedom. You get the best of both worlds without selling your soul. The design language has evolved beautifully too. The latest Lemuri interface looks clean, modern, and genuinely competitive with commercial operating systems. Simple, flat design, highly responsive. Gestures feel natural and intuitive. Notifications are clear and organized. System settings are logical and accessible. This no longer feels like a geek-only experiment that only Linux nerds can appreciate. It feels like a genuinely modern smartphone operating system that anyone could use. Let me paint you a picture of what daily life looks like with Ubuntu Touch. You wake up, check your messages on Signal, browse the web with Morphage blocks trackers by default, take notes in a simple text editor, navigate using open source maps. During your commute, you start working on a presentation. You get to the office, dock your phone to a monitor, keyboard, and mouse. And suddenly you're working on a full desktop with LibreOffice GIMP and all your favorite Linux tools. After work, you take your phone home, same device, seamless transition, no syncing, no cloud, no subscriptions, just your device working exactly how you want it to work. The convergence feature isn't just a party trick anymore. It's genuinely useful. It's liberating. It fundamentally changes how you think about mobile devices. Your phone isn't just a consumption device anymore. It's a workstation. It's a creative tool. It's a computer that happens to fit in your pocket. So who is Ubuntu Touch for in 2026? If you value privacy over convenience, this is for you. If you're tired of being the product instead of the customer, this is for you. If you want a phone that respects you as an intelligent human being capable of making your own decisions, this is absolutely for you. If you're a developer or a tinkerer, someone who loves open source software, or just someone who's sick of big tech treating you like a data mine, Ubuntu Touch is calling your name. Will it replace Android for everyone? No, not yet. Maybe not ever. But does it need to? Ubuntu Touch isn't trying to compete with Android on Android's terms. It's offering something completely different, a fundamentally different vision of what mobile computing should be. And for the people who understand that vision, who value freedom and privacy and control, it's already the better choice. The barrier to entry is surprisingly low, too. Grab a compatible device like a Fairphone for a Volaphone or a PinePhone Pro. The installation process has gotten much easier. The community is welcoming and helpful. Documentation is improving. You're not alone in this journey. Ubuntu on phones is no longer just a dream whispered about on Linux forums at 3 a.m. It's a growing reality driven by passionate communities, privacy advocates, and open source innovation. It's not perfect, but it's real. It works. And it's getting better every single day. The future of mobile Linux isn't coming someday. It's here right now in 2026. And it's only just beginning. The question isn't whether Ubuntu Touch is viable anymore. The question is, are you ready to experience what a truly free smartphone feels like? If this video opened your eyes to what's possible, smash that like button. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because we're covering the cutting edge of open source tech every week. Drop a comment and tell me, would you switch to Ubuntu Touch? What's holding you back? And if you're already using it, share your experience with the community. The smartphone revolution is happening, not in boardrooms, not in Silicon Valley offices, but in bedrooms, basements, and coffee shops, where developers and dreamers are building the future one line of code at a time. And you can be part of it. Welcome to Ubuntu Touch 2026. Welcome to freedom.